Nintendo, what are you doing, baby? What are you doing? Why have you forsaken your fan base so many times in recent years? You guys have just been doing the bare minimum. You're like an abusive relationship. You'll fuck with us for the longest time. You'll just feed us literal feces, shove our face in the dirt, and then once in a while you'll bust out a good announcement like the Mario 3D All-Stars collection and Bowser's Fury and Skyward Sword being ported over, but then you go back to it. You are worse than some of my most toxic relationships in the past because I can't quit you. I cannot quit you, and neither can so many people, even though it's the same song and dance for us every time. Nintendo. Every time. Once again, you guys put out some new NES and SNES games for the online service that's provided by Nintendo Switch Online. And my God, these are some of the worst offerings of video games I've seen in my life. This is like one of your family members goes to KB Toys, goes to the bargain bin, and just gets whatever games are on sale for less than $20 and gets them for you for Christmas. Gets you like a whole stack of them. So we got 5 brand new games being added to the NES and SNES Switch Online service. And Nintendo was actually bragging that this brought the full count to 100 titles available for you as part of the service. $20 a month. What a deal. I get it. You get what you pay for. $20 a month. You can't expect PlayStation Plus collection, right? You know, PlayStation, they have that PS Plus collection that has like God of War and Horizon Forbidden or Horizon Zero Dawn and Days Gone and all these great fucking games available for free just for having PlayStation Plus. Not to mention, every month we've been getting PlayStation Plus games. Just like the other week we had, I believe, what the hell is that fucking Battlefield come out? Jesus Christ. When's the last time we had anything freaking equivalent of like a heavy hitter come out on the NES and SNES Switch Online service? Sure, when it first came out, we had like Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Kart and Mario and Star Fox, and Star Fox 2 has popped up on there. But honestly, it seems like you guys are just tiddling your fingers like this and shoving your thumb up your butt because you haven't really done much with it. And people are starting to get tired of it. In fact, if you go to the actual page of the announcement, let's take a look at it right here. You can look at your dislikes. It's 3.8 thousand likes to 4.2 thousand dislikes. And you know what? Just for giggles, let's refresh that. Let's see what happens with the dislikes. 4.3. So you literally just went from 4.2k dislikes to 4.3 like that with a refresh. With a refresh. Can I get a hashtag refresh in the comments? So we're going to continue this, guys, because this is bad. People are upset, and they have every right to be. You know how Nintendo fans get. I'm going to be honest. Some Nintendo fans get overboard quite a bit, quite often. Anytime we have a mini direct or an indie direct or any kind of direct, people get pissy. Nintendo fans get pissy. They want the Smash Brothers news, the Metroid news, the Earthbound news all the time. But I will say this, even though it does get a bit much at times, they are not in the wrong on this one. They have every right to be upset. I mean, this is freaking trending on Twitter right now. Look, we can go over to Twitter and we can see right here, gaming trending Earthbound. Let's click it. 5 new NES and SNES games are coming to Nintendo Switch Online, and fans are once again disappointed that the widely loved 90s role-playing game Earthbound isn't one of them. So check this out. We have the tweet when they announced they're coming on May 26th. Baseball Simulator 1000. Oh boy, that's a classic. Not. Caveman Ninja, also known as Joe and Mac. Magical Drop 2 and Spanky's Quest. And then NES is getting the Ninja Jajamaru Kun, which I've never heard of a couple of these, but we'll talk about that in a second. Let's look at some of these people's responses. It's trending. This is trending. So you can see the endless pain of Earthbound fans. So I know you guys hear a lot about Earthbound on NSO and Mother 3, but I have a different thing I'd like to rally for. Give Earthbound Beginnings a remake. So you can see a lot of people, bruh, even the Twitter description is dragging Nintendo for not putting Earthbound on NSO. And you can see right here, Nintendo Switch Online needs to add these 3 games ASAP. So Earthbound, Mario RPG, and Chrono Trigger couldn't possibly be added all at the same time, but a man can dream, can't he? So we have a lot of, issues here. Now let me just talk. Okay, I get it. Is it realistic to expect that companies like Square or, Nintendo would want to put some of these heavy hitters out there when they could know they could make money putting it out for full price? I mean, Super Mario 3D All-Stars was proof that people will pay for these ports. That Nintendo doesn't need to put them in the Switch Online service. People will pay. And perfect example, Zombies Ate My Neighbors is coming back. A release in the eShop instead of being put into the Super Nintendo selection. Why couldn't Nintendo put Zombies Ate My Neighbors in the Switch Online section for the Super Nintendo games? I have no idea, but we're eating it up. We're paying our $5 or whatever it's going to cost to get that game. And I know there's a lot of people out there that say they would prefer a virtual console where you pay for the digital downloads instead of having them as part of a service. I get it. The Wii U and the Wii's virtual consoles were legit. We had Neo Geo games, TurboGrafx, Master System, Super Nintendo, NES. We had a lot of different consoles available on the virtual console. Now we just have Taco Bell games. That's exactly what these are. Taco Bell. And I love Taco Bell, even though it's not the best quality out there. But come on. Come on. Nintendo. Really? I mean, okay, I get it, okay? E3's around the corner. There's been rumors for quite some time that we're going to see Game Boy Advance, 64, and GameCube games drop on the Switch Online service for quite some time. But that's been like 2 years that we've been hearing that rumor. 2 freaking years. E3s have passed by, nothing groundbreaking, except the Super Nintendo games being added a year or 2 ago. So, could they possibly be holding an announcement for a major Switch Online service overhaul with new consoles and stuff coming? I guess. But we've been begging to see support for these additional consoles for quite some time. It remains to be seen if Nintendo's even going to give a crap. I mean, look at this selection that we're getting. There's a lot of other speculation that I can get on about here. I know a lot of people feel that maybe Nintendo doesn't want to compete with the Super Nintendo Mini. Maybe they want to kind of keep it its own thing and get less known games so that, people will go and buy the Mini and have the Switch Online service. I don't know. That's speculation on my part. But there's also quite a bit of games that are on both, like the Zeldas and the Marios and all of that. So, I don't know. 5 games, and honestly, the best one in my opinion is Joe and Mac. And that's on everything. That's like on all the plug-and-play consoles you can want. That's on Steam. That's on almost every single clone console. It's been put on reproduction carts for the Super Nintendo. At this point, I could probably play Joe on Mac on my refrigerator if I really wanted to. So yeah, go ahead, throw that on the Switch Online service. But, people have been wanting to get the big heavy hitters, the Earthbounds, things like that. Nintendo's just twiddling its thumbs. Could it possibly be waiting for E3? I doubt it, guys. Don't hold your breath. Do not hold your breath thinking Nintendo is going to do something for us, because they're not. They are the abusive boyfriend, and we're just going to shut up and take it. And I'm getting tired of it. I know you guys are getting tired of it as well. So here's the thing. Again, Super Mario RPG, Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, they remain impossible to play on the Switch Online service. Do you think that Nintendo's paying attention to how long subscribers have been subscribed for? If you $20, you get a year, right? So do you think they only give huge updates once a year when it's almost renewal time? That maybe, you know, the people, like the majority of people that were subscribed a year ago, that started their service a year ago, right before they expire, do you think Nintendo might be like, okay, we're about to lose all these subscriptions, they're gonna renew, hopefully, so let's drop a big update, let's put N64 games, and let's throw Super Mario RPG here? Do you think they're doing that? It almost seems like they're only caring when the year comes up, like to drop a heavy hitting bomb. I can't remember the last heavy hitter announcement that they had for any kind of release on here. I mean, we're only getting like one NES game added every couple months now. It should be monthly. We should have like 3 new NES and 3 new Super Nintendo. I think they're waiting on purpose to see when renewal season's coming up, and they just drop stuff to keep people attached. It's only $20. I get it. Some people are gonna be like, oh, Eric, it's only $20. What are you bitching for? I get it. But at the same time, come on, do not be blind. Nintendo needs to do better with this service. All around, not just the NES and SNES stuff, but the all-around infrastructure of the Switch Online service. They need to do better with it. $20, yeah, you get what you pay for. But there's no excuse for fucking Baseball Simulator to be one of the games coming out. I wipe my ass with Super Baseball Simulator. And you can see the people are speaking. 4.3 thousand dislikes. And it's literally trending. Anyways, let's look at the trailers for the games right here. We're going to take a look at the trailer. So here's Joe and Mac. Again, I even did a Let's Play of Joe and Mac not too long ago on Steam. And this game is everywhere, so let's watch it. If you haven't played Caveman Ninja, known as Joe and Mac, it's a platforming game. It plays a couple of caveman, literally. It's okay. It's a good arcade game. The Super Nintendo version, not that bad. You know, it pulls an ace. I'll give them that. But that's about where it ends. Now, Magical Drop 2, I've never heard of it. It's a Data East game. I heard it's a decent puzzler. It looks okay. Not my cup of tea. Looks a little bit weebish. A little bit of weeaboo. But, I mean, if it's a decent puzzler, I guess I could get behind it, right? But come on. Where's the heavy hitters? They all can't be heavy hitters, I get it. Spanky's Quest. So I've noticed we've been getting a lot of Natsume games in here. You know, Pocky and Rocky would be good if we're gonna go that route. This one, I don't know. Look at it. Why couldn't we just have Spanky's Quest from like no, Pugsley. I was thinking Pugsley's Quest. But look right here, Super Baseball Simulator 1000. Who wants this? Okay. I don't get it. Anyways, instead of Spanky's Quest, we should have had Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt. That's what I was thinking. Family Addams, Addams Family. I'm so confused and perplexed right now and frustrated over the Switch Online stuff. And then we're gonna look at the NES selection that was provided here, which is another game I've never even heard of. I don't get it. Oh baby, what is you doing? And this one looks like it is actually a Japanese game. So I get it. We're getting an import sent our way. As a matter of fact, I think I have this on a bootleg Famicom disc. If I'm going to be utterly honest. You couldn't choose any of the other NES games that weren't out there? I get it. You're wanting us to play lesser known titles. You want us to expand our horizons. But there's so many other NES titles. You could put roller games on the Switch Online service. I mean, look at this. We got 4.3 dislikes. Let's go ahead and see if we can refresh it and see if it's at 4.4. 4.4 thousand dislikes. The people are speaking here. Let's go ahead and look at some of these comments. You know what I mean? How many times do we need to teach you this lesson, old man? These are the games a divorced uncle would get you for Christmas. Earthbound exists. Nintendo, I've never met this man in my life. Honestly, really nice of Nintendo to reassure those without Nintendo Switch Online are not missing out on much. Fucking yikes. Oh my god. That is a big yikes. Japan gets Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. Meanwhile, we get Spanky's Quest. 600 years later, every game but Earthbound and Mario RPG is added. Here's a show about nothing. When do we know it's over? They're trolling us at this point. This feels like showing up to grandma's for a family reunion to find out she was eaten by her cats. Nintendo's like a younger cousin you love dearly, but he never listens to you or anyone for that matter. And it goes on, guys. People aren't happy. I'm getting frustrated with it too. They have so much potential. They have such a huge library. I mean, just back here, I got 630 NES games or so, and I know some smart ass in the comments, you should just play them on the real hardware since God on the good God. I know that, ass clown, but I want to play them on my Switch to go. I want to play it on my Nintendo Switch. I bought a Nintendo Switch, the Wii U. I might as well plug that in and play my hacked homebrew stuff, because I can play games. I can play Mario RPG on that because I bought it on that. And on the Wii too. Tell me why Mario RPG is on the Wii and the Wii U, but not the Nintendo Switch. Give me a good answer down below in the comments. I bet you can't. And I know somebody's going to be like, Eric, why are you complaining and crying? I'm not crying. I'm not complaining. I'm speaking up because I've loved Nintendo for years. Since I was a kid. I've loved you guys. I've had so many memories with Nintendo. But guys, I get it. I get it. There's a pandemic. Times are rough. Times are slow. Things aren't coming out as quickly as we want. But you guys have drip-feeded enough on the games. You guys have ported enough Mario shit, Zelda shit. You know, if you're going to port shit, give us some stuff that we want. Give us the RPGs, the Mario RPGs, the Chrono Triggers, all that stuff. Give us the freaking Star Foxes. Give us the F-Zeros. Come on. Come on. Okay, anyways, all slapstick aside, seriously, I get it. I get it what you're trying to do with this, but I don't. All at the same time. And I feel like a broken record here, but I just wanted to talk about this because I was just looking at this and the response to where it's trending on Twitter. The comment section of the actual video is superbly golden. The likes to dislikes ratio is worse than anything I've seen in a while. Seems like every time Nintendo announces something for the NES or SNES online service, it just gets dislike bombed to high hell. There's no game out there right now that Nintendo could release unless they put one of those top three, Earthbound, Mario RPG, or Chrono Trigger, one or the other. Come on, guys. Their next one, let's say you do this every 2 months, every 3 months. Put one of them on there. 3 months later, put the other one. 3 months later, put the other one. So you can at least waste a whole year spacing those out 3 releases and make people happy somewhat. That way they could find something else to bitch about. I mean, what are we going to complain about after these games, Earthbound and Chrono Trigger and Mario RPG get added? What could gamers bitch about? Adding a new console, 64. Boom, biggity bang. Easy peasy. Just throw the hits on it. After that, GameCube. It's not that hard. You know what you're landing on. You know the money that you're sitting on. Just start listening to the people. I just don't get it. It seems like a lot of these, okay, for all we know, maybe in the background, some of these publishers and developers don't want to release them on the Switch Online service, that they'd rather just release them in bundles. We see all these retro collections and stuff, like the Capcom arcade classics, the SNK Anniversary Collection, the Konami. You know, Konami released their own collections with Gradius and Castlevania and all that. I get it. Maybe Capcom, Konami, Square, they don't want to put their shit. They want business. They want the cash money. I get it. All right. But you could put better games than what you're offering right now on the Switch Online service. Seriously. Whew. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And I will see you on the next one. Subscribe if you haven't already either. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. All right. Good day.